Now then, we've all needed something to cheer us up through this lockdown, which might explain why 10.5 million people watched a singing sausage that turned out to be Joss Stone win The Masked Singer on Saturday night. Well, it's either that or we've all gone mad. If you haven't seen it, it's very silly, but also great Saturday night entertainment. The idea is that famous people come on in mad costumes, a badger in leathers, a robin, a grandfather clock. They sing, and a famous panel, guess who they really are. Nicola Roberts is a former member of the girl band Girls Aloud, won the series of The Masked Singer in the first series, The Masked Singer, here in the UK. She joined the judging panel for this latest series. Tim Simpson's company, Plunge Creations, designed the costumes for both series, and both of them join me now. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Nicola, I've got to find out from you, when you first were approached about doing the show, did you wonder whether it was a wise thing to do? I mean, it is a crazy concept.
Hello?
Hello, Nicola, can you hear me?
Hi, sorry, I think I lost you for a second. Yes.
I was wondering what you thought when you were first approached about the idea of the first series, whether it just sounded so bonkers.
Yeah, it did sound completely bonkers to me, and I actually had a bit of a wobble in my first trying on of the costume. It all became very real, and by that point I'd already signed up, and I looked at my manager and I thought, oh my god, this is very what is this? What are we entering into? But I think as soon as I found out who the panel was, like, I have such fondness for Davina. Obviously, she worked on Pop Stars The Rivals, and big fan of Jonathan Ross. I kind of knew that ITV had it in good hands.
Can I ask, what were you dressed as?
I was dressed as a bee. My costume was Queen Bee, yeah.
Okay. Well, so I'm guessing that's one made by Tim Simpson, who's also with us, who's from Plunge Creations. And actually, I can see Tim on a screen, who's surrounded by the maddest things, which seem to reflect the Masked Singer. Tim.
Hello.
Did you make the bee?
We did. We made the bee. We made all of them. Bee was originally going to be the Queen of Hearts, and the production team just thought, no, we're going to go a different direction. And I've got bees, and I thought, let's do a Queen Bee. So, Nicola, I'm afraid I've got to apologise to you for putting you inside such a hot bee costume.
Tim,
oh my gosh, not at all. I'm obsessed with them. I have such a fondness towards the bee, and I actually, Tim, now while I've got you, actually, I wanted to ask, what do you think the likelihood would be of me being able to have the bee?
I think you might have to talk to the rest of the production team about that one. She's locked in a vault.
Give her the bee. Give her the bee.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of birthed her. I feel like it's only right.
I think you just need to talk to the team.
I
will be sending an email this afternoon.
Okay, but so hold on a second. So, Tim, how do you decide? Because some of the costumes are just totally bonkers. Who comes up with the ideas of whether it's a badger dressed in leathers?
Well, the production team sort of start throwing ideas at me. So this year, they got in touch in the middle of lockdown and said, right, we're on for Series 2, and started throwing silly ideas through. The first of which I think was Blob, which went through multitude of redesigns before we finally got to the insane Lenny Henry blob that we created. And I just start sketching, and some of the team feed in on that, and we put ideas to the production team, and they eventually go, right, there's our set, we've got a show.
Nicola, does it make it harder when you're singing inside a bee costume? Presumably it does.
Does it make it what, sorry?
Well, it must make it, it's the maddest question, I can't believe I'm even asking it. Singing anywhere in front of an audience, but to get up in a bee costume, I mean a slightly ludicrous costume, and sing, I mean, presumably you're hot.
Oh, you're very, very hot. But you lose all inhibition because no one can see you, so you're just very free. It's very much like for a singer, like the studio experience where no one can see you. It's not about how you look, it's very much just about the sound. So you're just free, and it's really fun to act this bee out, and you know that you're trying to make the audience warm towards a character. Obviously, there's no facial expression, so you have to kind of animate everything. And I think the way that the kids respond at home is just magical, because it's a show that not only do the adults get to see the singers and guess the celebrities, but the kids are fascinated. And I think for the creative team, I imagine for you, Tim, that it's just like you just get to use so much imagination. There's no
It is.
restraint.
It's lots of fun. It's lots of fun, and we can really design some pretty bonkers things. And I've got at Plunge, we've got such a creative team that will sort of reimagine my ideas and bring them to life. And
Just briefly, do you think it's benefiting from the fact that in lockdown we've all gone slightly mad?
I think that
Well,
has helped.
we didn't have lockdown the first time, and they still peaked at something like 8 million viewers for the final. So I think that lockdown, has definitely helped bump them extra 2 million viewers up. But I think that you just can't
It's a
fight
great
against
idea.
the show. Yeah.
Nicola Roberts, Tim Simpson, thank you both very much for talking to us. And that is it from us.